my thoughts. Time is rolling by without you. I'm holding on and waiting for a change. I'm only lost because I found you. If I could, then I would go where you are. Nope. If I could, then I would go where you are.
Where's my phone? I don't know if I'm live or not. I can't see. But it says I'm live. I'm turned the other way. I know the camera over here. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Dear Success Reads, you guys. I'm so excited. Today's my very first episode. I'm not even really sure if you guys can hear me that well, but I just really wanted to vibe out to some music. I love music. It's one of my favorite besides, reading and other things. But I wanted to give a little music to the background. Amar, do you see my phone over there anywhere? So if you are tuning in to Dear Success Live, you guys, please grab a pen, grab some paper. I'm going to be introducing to you the first book for this month. Today is September the 12th, 2021. You guys, we're in the fourth quarter of the year already. Can you believe it? It's crazy, bro. Like, so crazy. Little help over there. Where are you? Yeah, you. Can you give me my phone? See if you can find my phone, please. So, y'all, I'm bursting with joy inside, y'all. I'm first episode of Dear Success Reads, man. This has been a long time coming. I finally am on this. I'm doing it. I found a way to do everything I wanted to do. Literally lined up within the last couple days of prior to the broadcast. So once again, welcome everybody to Dear Success Reads. My name is Tangi. Boy, this is why you don't ask your kids to look for nothing, because they don't look. They don't search, they just look. Right. So I'll be right back, you guys. I'm gonna grab my phone. Right back.
Where you are.
You didn't have it with you, you can't remove aircraft. I don't know what I did with my phone. I don't even know what I did with my purse. So we're gonna get started in just a few minutes, you guys. I'm just trying to locate everything, make sure I got it all. Oh, I found it. It was in my purse the whole time. Love you. Love you. Checking messages, making sure I got that important. All right, guys. So Dear Success Reads about to commence. I hope you got your snacks and your pens and your paper. I think that the read of choice that I chose for this month is going to be really good. It's going to help a lot of people out. Boy, if you don't go through with all that banging back there. So, yeah, turn this down. And I'm just going to pause that, honestly. I'm going to pause that, and I'm going to play something else. Just kind of like a little black background music, something different. I don't even know what this is. It comes with themes. Different. It sounds kind of strange. But anywho, I'm just going to cut it off. So, welcome to Dear Success Reads, you guys. My name is Tangi. For those that don't know me, if you're tuning in and for some reason I popped up in your news feed, I popped up on your storyline as live, I'm first of all very, very, very excited to be coming to you today on this glorious, magnificent Sunday. Just really doing what I love. And I've been thinking about it for quite some time, to be honest. A way that I can add value to this world, a way that I can, just reach out and just help somebody in the smallest way. And I thought about it, prayed about it, asked for guidance. I just, for a while, and I got Dear Success Reads, and I was like, how am I supposed to do that? Well, the answers came, and I got my guidance, and I got what I needed. So here we are today on my first episode of Dear Success Reads. I'm excited. Clap your hands. Everybody clap your hands. So today, I decided, well, first off, let me give you just a little bit of a breakdown, a little bit of background on myself, because I'm not going to assume that everybody that's viewing this live right now even knows who I am. My name is Tangi Coverson. I am from Atlanta, Georgia, you guys. Born and raised. I had a chance to kind of travel a little bit out west. Loved it. Now I'm back here to Atlanta, but trust me, the traveling is not over. I'm a mom of 4. I have 1 princess, 3 princes that we are bringing up in this world with a lot of black sense. And I'm basically, if you are a parent, you know that what you do, you definitely, the biggest thing that you have to do is be an example to your children. So I always want my children to know that follow your passion. Always add value into the world in some shape, form, or fashion, and that's what I'm doing here today. So Dear Success Reads, you guys, for those that are tuning in, will be basically, we're going to be covering 1 book a month. If the book is short and we happen to finish it before the month is over, we will definitely commence to the next book. So every Sunday, moving forward from today, I'll be here covering portions of the book of the month. So the idea is basically to get a couple chapters in, some discussion, maybe pull out some points, and pretty much just rap about it. So, you can definitely comment. I'm going to let you guys know that now. But the downside is I can see Facebook comments. I cannot see Instagram comments. So if you're on IG and you want to say something, I haven't figured out quite yet how I'm going to see my IG people's comments. I was hoping that I would actually be able to just kind of like log in from my phone to see it, but I forgot that I took my social media off my phone to prevent me from scrolling. I'm creating new habits, so don't judge me. So in the meantime, while I figure that part out, if you're viewing me from IG, you can still comment if you would like to. You could definitely like DM me something, like you can leave me a message or something, because I should be able to see at least your DMs. I may not be able to see your comments, but if you DM me something, I should be able to see that part at least. If you're on if you're on Facebook, I can definitely see your comments. So while I'm actually, while we're going through this together, if you have anything that you want to share or anything that you want to say on Facebook, then I can definitely see you. I can see your comments, and I will respond verbally. Because right now I haven't figured out how to get the read only off of this broadcast yet, so I can't respond right then and there when I actually am in the middle of basically the live session. So let's get into this book. I know you're like, what book we gonna do? Well, the first book, this book, honestly, I got introduced to this book. I found out about this book in about probably like October of last year. So last year was 2020. So October-ish, like maybe around the end of the month of October, going into November, I found out about this book. And at the time, I had just heard about it. I hadn't even really downloaded it. I hadn't looked for it. I hadn't anything. I just kept hearing about it in my community. And one day, it basically came down to this point where coach was like, look, I need everybody on the team right now to download the 4 agreements. I don't care if it's audiobook. I don't care if it's ebook. I don't care if it's an EPUB, whatever. You need to get your hands on this book. And I need you guys to start reading it and implementing it into your life every single day. So me just, doing what I was asked to do, I decided to go ahead and get this book. So I'm going to share my screen, and I'm going to introduce you guys to the Dear Success read for the month of September. I don't believe this book is very long, to be honest. So we may actually end up finishing this book early. But if we don't, we'll just ride it out until October. And then that next book after will be the next book of choice. But today we're going to talk about this book. Let me see if I can bring it up. And if you see me guys looking this way, it's because I have dual screens. I don't want nobody to feel like, what is she doing? That's weird. But no, I'm working dual screens here. So I just want you guys to be able to see what I have here. Hold on, let me see. That's not it. Is this the right one? Not the media controls. I'll just share. No. I'll do this. This one. Boom. All right. So you guys, the first book for this month I personally felt was going to be a good one. I chose a Toltec wisdom book, The Four Agreements. I myself and many other individuals in my community that I am that I work with daily, even if we don't work closely, we all, a lot of, I'm not going to say everybody, but many of us definitely guide our days and live our lives with the Four Agreements all the time. As you can see, this is by Don Miguel Ruiz. And as it says at the top, you guys, a practical guide to personal freedom. So it's like, how is it supposed to be a guide to personal freedom? You'll be surprised the stuff that keep people stuck. And when you start to release some of the hangups that you actually have, some of the things that that you've been doing for years that haven't been serving you, and you release those things and you start to do something different, you start to do something new, how your life will change. So The Four Agreements by Mr. Don Miguel Ruiz, Practical Guide to Personal Freedom. So oh, this is with Janet Mills. Okay. So moving forward, let's start here. Can you see me over there? Oh, okay. If you guys also hear me talking, I have a whole live background. Like, I have people, I got family, I got kids, I got hubby. So everybody is alive, walking around, stuff in the background. This honesty I prefer to come to you in this way. Very honest, very genuine, because I want to make sure that you guys understand that one of my biggest goals is to connect and show you that, I'm human. You're human. We're human. But guess what? As human beings, we have the ability to adapt and change ourselves as we move forward. I am one of those people that definitely, I'm not about staying the same. I'm about change. Change is the only thing that's constant, so I embrace it. And my life has been ever so different since I made the decision to do so. So, starting with the Four Agreements, this page we're going to start on here. It says, to the circle of fire, those who have gone before, those who are present, and those who have yet to come. So that right there, guys, I don't know why. That's just that little bit to the circle of fire. Whoever that circle of fire, now, understand that this is a Toltec book, so it's going to come off kind of, I guess you can say, kind of Aztec-y, maybe Mayan-ish, kind of just past old school, feel, right? So, oh, okay. Yeah, my bad. Just making sure I'm not missing any messages from anything important from the team. All right, so it says, to the circle of fire, those who have gone before, those who are present, and those who have yet to come. So in my mind, what I'm hearing when I say that, when that comes out, it sounds like pretty much to the past, present, and future, to the ancestors, to those that are present right now, and to those who will be affected by the fact that you wrote this book, and you're going to take this into your life and you're going to pass it down. and for the ancestors who basically just prayed you into that spot, right? So that's what I get. So we're really not going to go too deep into, the content. If you just really want to, each chapter is going to be about 7 chapters. After that 7th chapter, there obviously is going to be prayer, some acknowledgments about the author, and the 4 agreements for a better life online course. So there's a course that accompanies this if you just really get interested. So write it down, the 4 agreements by Don Miguel Ruiz. All right. Let me see. Can I put this up there? I'll just go ahead and type it up and see if I can get to show up on my screen, because I'm really getting into this new broadcasting. For me, this is new. Now, I know there's some people that are out there that have been doing this for quite some time, so they are definitely not wowed by this. But for me, I'm like, I'm doing my thug thizzle right now, bro. Like, I'm excited about it because it's something that I did not know last week, y'all. I didn't know this even existed last week. I didn't. I had been searching for it, but I didn't know that it was this easy, and I did not know that it existed. I really didn't. So I'm just going to flash that right there. The 4 Agreements by Don Miguel Ruiz. That is the book that we're going through right now. Right now, going over the table of contents. As you guys just take a second to kind of just look over what it is we're going to be talking about before we get into it. 4 Agreements. And the thing, honestly, the cool part about it is going to be how to break the old agreements. So any of those agreements that you have made with yourself or with the universe or with, just the negative stuff, the stuff that's not serving you, it's okay to break the old agreements. It's okay to opt out the contract because those don't serve you anymore. So you have to move forward. So let's get into it, you guys. So we're going to talk about the Toltec. All right. I personally will be reading. And there'll be things that are going to flash across the screen, kind of in between, just here and every now and again, right? So just so you guys can see, I'm really hoping that you're able to see everything clearly on the screen and that you're able to see the words. If not, feel free to, I believe there's an ebook or an e-publication that you can download for your own personal reading time. My goal personally, guys, now this doesn't have to be for everybody, but for me, my goal personally is to read 3 to 4 books per month, if not more, but at least no less than 3. All right, no less than 3. So 3 or 4 minimum. More, great. So it's a lot of hidden knowledge in books, y'all. Y'all better take that skill of reading. Take it for real, take it to heart, and really truly appreciate it and have gratitude for the ability to be able to read. Once upon a time, a lot of people were not allowed to read. In some countries, there are women that are not allowed to take into education or learn to read or any of those things. So I'll just put it like this. If they don't want you to learn to read, it's a problem. They're hiding something from you. You need to learn to read, period. Take gratitude in your reading skills and abilities. All right. So starting with the Toltec. Thousands of years ago, the Toltec were known throughout southern Mexico as women and men of knowledge. Anthropologists have spoken of the Toltec as a nation or a race, but in fact, the Toltec were scientists and artists who formed a society to explore and conserve the spiritual knowledge and practices of the ancient ones. They came together as masters, Naguals, and students of, I really want to say this word right, and if I don't, none of my friends, if you are my friend and you are Mexican or Hispanic and you speak straight up dope, awesome Spanish, and I say this wrong, don't judge me, y'all. I'm trying. So what is this? TOT. Okay, so students at Teotihuacan. Yes, got it. The ancient city of pyramids outside of Mexico City, known as the place where man becomes God. Y'all, learn something. I got a trip to plan. Over the millennia, the Naguals were forced to conceal the ancestral wisdom and maintain its existence in obscurity. meaning that they had to hide it. It's kind of one of those things where it's like almost kind of like if you guys ever heard about like the Da Vinci Code or something like that, they had to keep that, under wraps. European conquest coupled with rampant misuse of personal power by a few of the apprentices made it necessary to shield the knowledge from those who were not prepared to use it wisely or who might intentionally misuse it for personal gain. Fortunately, the esoteric Toltec knowledge was embodied and passed on through generations by different lineages of Naguals. That's the group of people that that was referred to in the very first paragraph, which is basically the men and women of knowledge that came together as masters or and students of the Teotihuacan, which is the right. You get what I'm saying? I'm not going all the way back, but so though it remained veiled for secrecy for hundreds of years, and ancient prophecies foretold the coming of an age when it would be necessary to return the wisdom to the people. Now, Don Miguel Ruiz, a Nagual from the Eagle Knight lineage, has been guided to share with us the powerful teachings of the Toltec. There's something to learn from all cultures, you guys. There's something to learn from everyone. So don't just get stuck in your bubble. All right? Don't get stuck in the bubble. Really venture out and learn from the world. That this is how you like really grow, right? It's the hard stuff that makes us grow, that teaches us things. So continuing on, Toltec knowledge arises from the same essential unity of truth as all of the sacred esoteric traditions found around the world. Though it is not a religion, it honors all the spiritual masters who have taught on earth. While it does embrace spirit, it most accurately described as a way of life distinguished by the ready accessibility of happiness and love. So basically, if you're viewing this right now, you guys, your spirit sent something out saying that you were ready to learn this. So that's why you're here today, right? I like to believe stuff like that. So introduction, the Smoky Mirror. And I'm not supposed to even be drinking this, but y'all, I need a little bit of energy. I'm gonna tap myself on the hand about this later. Bad. So, the Smoky Mirror. 3,000 years ago, there was a human just like you and me who lived near a city surrounded by mountains. The human was studying to become a medicine man to learn the knowledge of his ancestors, but he didn't completely agree with everything he was learning. In his heart, he felt there must be something more. One day he slept in a cave. He dreamed that he saw his own body sleeping. He came out of the cave on the night of a new moon. The sky was clear and he could see millions of stars. Then something happened inside of him that transformed his life forever. He looked at his hands, he felt his body, and he heard his own voice say, "I am made of light. I am made of stars." He looked at the stars again and he realized that it's not the stars that create light, but rather the light that creates the stars. Everything is made of light, he said, and the space in between is not empty. And he knew that everything that exists in one living being, and that light is the messenger of life because it is alive and contains all information. We'll go back to that. That right there was actually pretty dope. Then he realized that although he was made of stars, he was not those stars. I am in between the stars, he thought. So he called the stars the Tonal and the light between the stars the Nagual, and he knew that what created the harmony and space between the two is life or intent. Without life, the Tonal and the Nagual could not exist. Life is the force of the absolute, the supreme, the creator who creates everything. This is what he discovered. All right. Everything in existence is a manifestation of the one living being we all call God. Everything is God. And he came to the conclusion that human perception is merely light perceiving light. I like that. He also saw that the matter is a mirror. Everything is a mirror that reflects light and creates images of that light. And the world of illusion, the dream, is just like smoke, which doesn't allow us to see what we really are. The real us is pure love, pure light, he said. Wow. This realization, yeah, I'm having like some little moments here because I'm like, I mean, I read this book before, but for some reason, it's coming off a little bit different today. Picking up some stuff. So if you hear me with the little side, wow, yeah, I'm getting some stuff. What did I do with my notebook? I'm probably gonna end up writing some stuff down myself. For note wise purposes. And guys, this is only gonna go on until about 6 o'clock. I'm not gonna hold y'all all day. So please understand, you do not for any reason have to stay here to view this or anything of that nature. You are free to come and go as you choose because this is definitely a live stream. So click in, click out. Won't bother me a bit. Oh, here we go. Gonna write some notes here. Because I really, honestly, it would be great if I had like do I have a highlighter on this thing? Dang, that would be dope to have a highlighter. I'm gonna have to check that out later. So, in the intro, I need to refer back to that because that right there just, all right. So where was that? Okay, so this is what he discovered. Oh, blah, 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 blah. Right, everything is God. And he came to the conclusion that human perception is merely light perceiving light. He also saw that matter is a mirror. Everything is a mirror that reflects light and creates images of that light in the world of illusion, the dream. It's just like smoke, which doesn't allow us to see what we really are. The real us is pure love, pure light, he said. Not this skin stuff, not this meat suit that you're running around. I need y'all to understand this from a spiritual aspect. I'm just going to say it like this, live inside out. We'll go into that later. This realization changed his life. Once he knew what he really was, he looked around at other humans and the rest of nature, and he was amazed at what he saw. He saw himself in everything, in every human, in every animal, in every tree, in every water. In the water, in the rain, in the clouds, in the earth. And he saw that life mixed the tonal and the Nagual in different ways to create billions of manifestations of life. In those moments, he comprehended everything. He was very excited, and his heart was filled with peace. He could hardly wait to tell his people what he had discovered, but there were no words to explain it. He tried to tell the others, but they could not understand. They could see that he had changed, that something beautiful was radiating from his eyes and his voice. They noticed that he no longer had judgment about anything or anyone. He was no longer like anyone else. He could understand, He could understand everyone very well, but no one could understand him. They believed that he was an incarnation of God, and he smiled when he heard this, and he said, "It is true. I am God, but you are also God. We are the same, you and I. We are images of light. We are God." But still, the people didn't understand him. He had discovered that he was a mirror for the rest of the people, a mirror in which he could see himself. Everyone is a mirror, he said. He saw himself in everyone, but no one saw him as themselves, and realized that everyone was dreaming, but without awareness, without knowing that, but they were dreaming without awareness, without knowing what they really are. They couldn't see him as themselves because there was a wall of fog or smoke between the mirrors. And the wall of the fog was made by the interpretation of the images of light, the dream of humans. Then he knew that he would soon forget all that he had learned. He wanted to remember all the visions he had had. So he decided to call himself the Smoky Mirror, so that he would always know that matter is a mirror, and the smoke in between is what keeps us from knowing what we are. He said, "I am the Smoky Mirror because I am looking at myself in all of you. but we don't recognize each other because of the smoke in between us. That smoke is the dream, and the mirror is you, the dreamer. Wow, y'all. I'm already wild. I know what that feels like. When you've made a transformation in your life, something's happened, you've gone to a new level, things are changing for you, and all of a sudden the language barrier, it just happens because people don't understand. They don't seem to understand you from that space anymore. You're talking to them, they come to you for guidance, or they come to you for advice, or something, whatever. You show up different to them for some reason, and they're happy that you're showing up different. But when you speak for something, it just doesn't click. If you've ever had that experience, man, that means you're on the right path. So based off of what we're reading here, living is easy with eyes closed, misunderstanding all you see. And that was said by John Lennon. That was a quote by John Lennon. All right, so we're going to get into chapter 1, domestication and the dream of the planet. And trust me, the agreements are going to come, but you have to know this stuff first so you can understand the agreements, okay? You have to understand all of this stuff first before you actually make the agreements. Because after you make the agreements, I'm telling you, things are going to be different. I know for me, it was different. I don't get into half as many arguments. I used to get into arguments a lot. I used to have all kinds of disagreements with people because I didn't understand who I was at that point in time. It was a feelings-based thing. I was so led by feelings, and I just really could not make sense of some things. But once I made my 4 agreements and I really started to study how I show up in the world, I became more aware of myself, more aware of my feelings, more aware of my thoughts. Really, the stuff that you can't see, I became more aware of, and things did shift for me. So this is not a lie. This is right here. This book right here helped me a lot. It still helps me. I do read it often, and it just, especially when you're falling off track, sometimes you get that moment or that situation where you feel like you're about to get a little ratchet, and you have to, you go back to the 4 agreements. You're like, okay, wait a minute, let me just breathe for a second, take myself out of the situation, take a step back. Okay, what do the 4 agreements say? And when I think about those 4 agreements, I'm able to make I come to a decision and respond in a way that is conducive for the situation, and it's not like it's like, okay, diffused, no issue. So, chapter 1, domestication and the dream of the planet. All right, so what are you seeing and hearing right now is what you are seeing and hearing right now is nothing but a dream. You are dreaming right now in this moment. You are dreaming with the brain awake. Dreaming is the main function of the brain, and the mind dreams 24 hours a day. It dreams when the brain is awake. It also dreams when the brain is asleep. The difference is that when the brain is awake, there's a material frame that makes us perceive things in a linear way. When we go to sleep, we do not have that frame, and the dream has the tendency to change constantly. Human beings are dreaming all the time. Before we were born, the human beings before us created a big outside dream that we will call society's dream or the dream of the planet. The dream of the planet is the collective dream of billions of smaller personal dreams, which together create a dream of a family, a dream of a community, a dream of a city, a dream of a country, and finally a dream of the whole humanity. The dream of the planet includes all, let me think. Hold on, I'm sorry. Did it change? Am I frozen? I don't know if you guys can see that or not. I think it freezes a little bit. Is it freezing? Don't do that to me. All right, guys, I'm going to take a step out for 2 seconds. I am sharing my screen. Pausing for a few seconds. So if you are viewing this, you guys definitely please go grab something to drink. Get your little snacky snack. while I figure this out. And then, oh, that's what happened. Am I even live anymore?
Back in now.
Oh, okay. I need to, okay, so I'm still live. I just need to make sure that I'm live. Instagram unable to connect. Okay, I'm offline over here. Fucking A. Stop my screen share. Unable to connect. Why is it unable to connect? Oops. And then, is anybody on, like, online? Can you see me on there? Okay, so I'm still live here. That's what it says. I don't know if I am or not. And for some reason, it's saying that I'm not live on Instagram. No. Well, it still says I'm live over here. Well, you know what? I'm just going to keep going. And I'm going to share my screen again. Sorry, you guys, about that. Technical difficulties. I should have known it was going to happen. I mean, I'm not bugging about it, period, though. Let's go back here. I just got to get it back reloaded, and then we'll be back on our way. It's already 5:36, so we only have a few more minutes. Share it again. Screen mirroring. Yellow duck zoom. Okay, well, it don't want to show up, so I'm going to do it this way. It's always more than one way to do something. All right, so in my Zoom, restart my device. I already see it. Stop share. Just going to sign in from here. Oh, here we go. All right. All right. I'm just doing a little bypass work. Hold on, y'all. Before. And should be two. Yes, two of us are in here right now. Right. So no audio is cool. All right, so here share screen. Hold up. Share screen. Start broadcast. Oops. All right. All right. So I'm gonna bring it back up. Ha! Found it again. All right, cool. Sorry about that, y'all. I had to I had to think on my feet right there. I think my dad's calling me back. I gotta call my dad back, y'all. So where was I? Okay, so basically covering chapter 1, the beginning of chapter 1, he just broke down basically what your brain is doing when you're awake, when your brain is what your brain is doing when you are asleep. And basically just helping people understand that humans are dreaming all the time. This is the theory of it, right? And that before we were born, the humans before us created this big outside dream, and we call that dream now society, or the dream of the planet. And he broke down, pretty much how it works together as a collective. So moving forward, of society's rules, this is at the top of society's rules, its beliefs, its laws, its religions, its different cultures and ways to be, its government, schools, social events, and holidays. We are born with the capacity to learn how to dream, and the humans who live before us teach us how to dream the way society dreams. So the humans before us teach us how to dream the way society dreams. Send a little message. Babe, can you look on Facebook and let me know if you see me live? See and hear me? Okay. Let me see. So we are born with the capacity to learn how to dream, and the humans who live before us teach us how to dream the way society dreams. The outside dream has so many rules that when a new human is born, we hook the child's attention and introduce these rules into his or her mind. The outside dream uses mom and dad, the schools, and religion to teach us how to dream. Attention is the ability we have to discriminate. Oh, it came across really clear, huh? Okay. Attention is the ability we have to discriminate and to focus only on that which we want to perceive. I'm going to say that again for those in the back. Write this down. Attention is the ability we have to discriminate and to focus only on that which we want to perceive. We can perceive millions of things simultaneously, but using our attention, we can hold whatever we want to perceive in the foreground of our mind. So we can focus in on that. All right? So the adults around us hooked our attention and put information into our minds through repetition. Attention. And the information that we received, we got through repetition. Okay, so that is the way we learned everything we know. By using our attention, we learned a whole reality, a whole dream. We learned how to behave in society, what to believe, what not to believe, what is acceptable, what's not acceptable, what is good, what is bad, what is beautiful, what is ugly, what is right and what is wrong. It was all there already. All right, it was all there. I'm not live on IG. Oh no. No, Bruno. Said I'm offline. Hold up, y'all. Let me fix something. Finish. Create new broadcast. Not started. Allow commenting. Live. All right, let's see. So I see myself on Facebook. I'm going to get this right, y'all. I'm not worried about it, though, as long as I'm live on one of these platforms. All right, so where did I stop? Okay, it was already there. All of that stuff that our parents and our moms and our dads and our family members, our school, religious leaders, what have you, all that, the framework for them to teach us what it was already there. So all that knowledge, all those rules and all those concepts about how to behave in the world. When you were in school, right? Let's go back to school. When you were in school, you sat in a little chair. You put your attention on what your teacher was teaching you. ABCs, 1, 2, 3s, colors, math, whatever. When you went to church, you put your attention on what your priest or your minister or your pastor was telling you. It is the same dynamic with mom and dad, brothers and sisters. They were always trying to hook your attention. We also learn to hook the attention of other humans, and we develop a need for attention, which can become very competitive. Children compete for the attention of their parents, their teachers, their friends. Look at me, look at me, look at what I'm doing. Hey, I'm here. The need for attention becomes very strong and continues into adulthood. There go those 10 emotional needs of a child. All right. I'm coming with something on that too, y'all. So stay tuned. But that won't be today. But I'll definitely let y'all know when that pops up. The outside dream hooks our attention and teaches us to believe, beginning with the language that we speak. Language is the code for understanding and communication between humans. Every letter, every word in each language is an agreement. We call this a page in a book. The word page is an agreement that we understand. Once we understand the code, our attention is hooked and the energy is transferred from one person to another. It was not your choice to speak English. You didn't choose your religion or your moral values. They were already there before you were born. We never had the opportunity to choose what to believe or what not to believe. We never chose even the smallest of these agreements. We didn't even choose our own name. This is where the stuff's getting good. We didn't. Who here sent ahead before they was born and said, look, mama, this what my name is going to be blah, 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 blah. And I want to be this religion and I want to look this way. We didn't get to write any of this stuff out. Right? We just popped up. We was here. So as children, we didn't have the opportunity to choose our beliefs, but we agreed with the information that was passed to us from the dream of the planet via other humans. The only way to store information is by agreement. You have to say, yes, I want this. Okay, cool. I'm fine with this. That's the only way it's going to pass through the levels of the psyche, right? If you got to thumbs up it first. If you don't agree, it doesn't make it in. You're going to reject it and it's not going to stick with you. I just want you to know that. So please be careful what you're saying yes to out here nowadays. All this information that you're going, oh, for real? Mm-hmm. Yeah, y'all got to be careful with that. Y'all letting some stuff in. You're not guarding them gates, man. You got to make sure security is tight. So what was I saying? The only way to store information is by agreement. The outside dream may hook our attention, but if we don't agree, we don't store that information. As soon as we agree, we believe it. And this is called faith. To have faith is to believe unconditionally. That's how we learn as children. Children believe everything adults say, which is why I'm so careful when I say to my kids. Y'all, I had to get through this. Like I really did. This is like a story for me. I'm feeling this. We agree with them, and our faith is so strong that the belief system controls our whole dream of life. We didn't choose those beliefs, and we may have rebelled against them. I know I did. I just came out of one. But we were not strong enough to win the rebellion. The result is surrender to the beliefs with our agreement. I call this process the domestication of humans. And through this domestication, we learn how to live and how to dream. In human domestication, the information from the outside dream is conveyed to the inside dream, creating our whole belief system. Kind of an inception. First, the child is taught the names of things like mom, dad, milk, bottle. All right. Milk bottle at home, day by day, at home, at school, at church, from television, we are told how to live. So think about how many areas of reaffirmation that you have. So if your mom and dad tells you that, that this is a bottle, this is a bottle, and then you go to church and they say that this is a bottle, and then you go to school that this is a bottle, and then you go to the TV and it says that this is a bottle, then what are you going to believe? Everybody else says it was a bottle. So you're going to say, okay, that's a bottle. You're going to let that pass in. Okay, that must be what that is. In this language, this code says that this is a bottle. It is said bottle, so I'm going to think that this is a bottle. All right, so we are told how to live. What kind of behavior is acceptable? This is why you got kids that have ADHD and all these other things, and they're told that something's wrong with them because for some reason their behavior is not acceptable by what we were taught, by what we agreed with. So the outside dream teaches us how to be human. We have a whole concept of what a woman is and what a man is. And we also learn to judge. We judge ourselves. We judge other people. We judge the neighbors. Children are domesticated the same way that we domesticate a dog, a cat, or any other animal. In order to teach a dog, we punish the dog and we give it rewards. We train our children, whom we love so much, the same way that we train any domesticated animal. With a system of punishment and reward, we are told, you're a good boy or you're a good girl when we do what mom and dad want us to do. When we don't, we are a bad girl or a bad boy. We went against the rules, we were punished. We went along with the rules, we got a reward. We were punished many times a day, and we were also rewarded many times a day. Soon, we become afraid of being punished and also afraid of not receiving the reward. The reward is the attention that we got from our parents and from other people like siblings, teachers, and friends. We soon develop a need to hook other people's attention in order to get the reward. The reward feels good. We keep doing what others want us to do in order to get the reward. With the fear of being punished and that fear of not getting the reward, we start pretending to be what we are not, just to please others, just to be good enough for someone else. We try to please mom and dad. We try to please the teachers at school. We try to please the church. We try and we start acting. We pretend to be what we are not because we are afraid of being rejected. The fear of being rejected becomes the fear of not being good enough. Eventually, we become someone that we are not. We become a copy of mama's beliefs or daddy's beliefs, society's beliefs, and religion's beliefs. All of our normal tendencies are lost in the process of domestication. And when we are old enough for our mind to understand, we learn the word no. The adult says, don't do this, don't do that. We rebel and say, no. We rebel because we are defending our freedom. We want to be ourselves, but we are very little. And the adults are big and strong at the time we are small. After a certain time, we are afraid because we know that every time we do something wrong, we're going to get punished. The domestication is so strong that at a certain point in our lives, we no longer need anyone to domesticate us. We don't need mom or dad, the school or the church to domesticate us. We are so well trained that we are our own domesticators. Ooh, that sounds so familiar. We are an auto-domesticated animal. We can now domesticate ourselves according to the same belief system we were given and using the same system of punishment and reward. We punish ourselves and we punish ourselves when we don't follow the rules according to our belief system. We reward ourselves when we are the good boy or good girl. The belief system is like a book of law that rules our mind. Without question, whatever is in that book of law is our truth. We base all of our judgments according to the book of law, even if these judgments go against our own inner nature. I've been saying this for a few years. And it's and people, I've had arguments with people, not arguments, I would say disagreements. I've had disagreements with people where I said that people would much rather follow one book and read that one book and base their whole life off one book than read 1,000 books and become something new. Yeah, so going forward, even morals like the 10 Commandments are programmed into our mind in the process of domestication. One by one, all these agreements go into the book of law, and these agreements rule our dream. There's something in our minds that judges everybody and everything, including the weather, the dog, the cat, like everything. The inner judge uses what is in our book of law to judge everything we do and don't do, everything we think and don't think, everything we feel and don't feel. Everything lives under the tyranny of this judge. Every time we do something that goes against the book of law, the judge says we're guilty. We need to be punished. We should be ashamed. This happens many times a day. Like I know a lot of people that constantly kick their own ass in their head. Like they constantly feeling bad for something that they think that they did wrong. That's anxiety. For all the years of our lives, day after day, there is another part of us that receives the judgment. And this part is called the victim. Please tune in if you ain't heard nothing now. Open your ears, open your mind, open your third eye, your spirits, all of that. You got to hear this. All right. The victim carries the blame, the guilt, and the shame. It is the part of us that says, poor me, I'm not good enough. I'm not intelligent enough. I'm not attractive enough. I'm not worthy enough. Poor me. I'm not worthy of love. Poor me. The big judge agrees and says, yes, you are not good enough. And this is all based on a belief system that we never chose to believe. The beliefs are so strong that even years later, when we are exposed to new concepts and try to make our own decisions, we find that these beliefs still control our lives. Whatever goes against the book of law, you will make you feel funny sensation in your solar plexus. That's in that stomach area. You know, you ever felt something? Oh, something weird about to happen. Something going on, or you never had that? Something ain't right. I just can't put my finger on it. That's your solar plexus. It's called fear. Breaking the rules in the book of law opens your emotional wounds, and your reaction to this create emotional poison, because everything that is in the book of law has to be true. Anything that challenges what you believe is going to make you feel unsafe. Even if the book of law is wrong, it's going to make you feel safe. That is why we need a great deal of courage to challenge our own beliefs. I'm telling y'all, it is hard, but it is possible and it is worth it. So you need to do it and untie yourself from a lot of things. Break yourself, like literally rewire, like being rewiring yourself, allowing yourself to really take in the world from your perspective is probably one of the best things that you can ever do for yourself. And I promise you, the only reason I'm telling you this is because I did it. It was a scary experience, but I did it. So, where am I? Okay, so, that is why we need a great deal of courage to challenge our own beliefs. We only have a few minutes left. System in the book of law that rules our personal dream. All these laws exist in our mind. We believe them, and the judge inside us bases everything on these rules. The judge decrees, and the victim suffers the guilt and the punishment. But who says there's a justice But who says there is justice in this dream? True justice is paying only once for each mistake. True injustice is paying more than once for each mistake. Amari, hush. So, right now I'm gonna stop right where we're put a pin in it, you guys. We stopped at page 18 of the first chapter. It is currently 5:58 p.m. and I don't want to go over 6 o'clock. Like my goal was to keep it at an hour. So I'm gonna keep it at an hour. We're gonna start at the top of page 18. I'm making my note right now. Start at the top of page 18. All right. And we're going to get into this again, you guys, next Sunday. It's going to be September the 19th at 5 p.m. Same place, same time. In the meantime, throughout the week, I'm going to be working out some more kinks. But I'm just so happy that I was able to come to you still. For those that were able to see me live today, I'm very, very, very excited that I was able to come to you still. I wanted to go live on both platforms, Instagram and Facebook, but For some reason, it just didn't work out with Instagram. I had it nice and hooked yesterday, but today just didn't want to work out right. So I'm going to work through that part, and fingers crossed that next week when we come for the continuation of chapter 1 into chapter 2, that part will be settled and squared away. So with that being said, you guys, I appreciate your attention. I appreciate your time, and I appreciate your ears and open mind to share this time with me in reading. The book, once again, before I forget, the book, you guys, is The Four Agreements. So that's the book we're going over. The Four Agreements by Don Miguel Ruiz. And if you don't follow me, please follow me on Instagram at Miss Dear Success herself. You can also find me on Facebook at Miss Dear Success herself _ You can see it all here. Or you can just find me on my personal page, you guys, Tangie M. Coverson, and I will definitely accept you. I'm growing my pages. So keep a lookout for reels, TikToks, all kinds of stuff. I like to have fun with what I'm doing. And I certainly have been. So I'm glad that I was able to come and share time with you guys, to come share in this space with you guys, and educating, reading, getting more knowledge, just understanding and being able to pour out to you what I do know and what I'm working on and what I'm learning. And I really hope to see you guys next week. So I guess with that being said, I love you guys. You guys, it is Sunday. Let's look forward to making this another amazing week. If you can't make it an amazing week, don't go complaining about it to other people because of the fact that you're just messing up your dream. So speak good things, speak life to your situation. And remember to live inside out, meaning that you are a spirit, you are not human. All right? You're a spirit, you are not human. So use your spiritual power to get you straight, to get you right, to get you set up. So other than that, you guys, thank you guys so much for coming in, tuning in. I love you all from the bottom, deep depths of my heart. And I'll see you guys next week. See you next Sunday, guys. Bye. All right.